Suddenly, the betrayal becomes clear. Producers assured her that if she persuaded the cast to turn against Ariana and facilitated Sandoval's redemption arc, she'd be the star, with her own show as a reward. Now, she blames Katie for her villainization, as Katie didn't follow through with the plan, leading the audience to support Ariana even more. Scheana and Lala's motives are painfully obvious. It's no wonder they're now akin to sister wives. While I understand these rumors should be taken lightly, if this one proves true, it's mind-blowing. I can envision a scenario like this playing out, akin to a mini spin-off, similar to Portia's Family Vacation. It struck me as odd how quickly she became a producer favorite, with Andy trying to position her as the voice of reason. If they had a vested interest in her becoming the breakout star, it would all make sense. I also noticed Lisa's comment about Ariana not wanting to speak with Tom despite living together and seeing each other daily. It seems strange and somewhat trivial given the circumstances. Either she's echoing Lala's or Lisa's arguments, or production orchestrated this as a counterattack and fed Lala that line. To me, it appears to be a calculated move by all parties involved to undermine Ariana and push for a redemption arc to oust her. Wouldn't it feel odd to watch a spin-off about someone welcoming a second child when their first child is notably absent from the camera, despite supposedly being a significant part of their life? Imagine growing up as a child, with your mom, sibling, grandma, and uncle starring on a TV show together, while you're excluded, unable to participate whenever they engage in exciting activities together. It's plausible that they aired an hour-long special, similar to wedding specials or Erica's Back to Blonde, focusing on her journey with a sperm donor. I genuinely believe this theory, as it would explain why she served as the narrator for the past 2 seasons, testing the waters. It would also elucidate her current tantrum. She severed ties with Katie and Ariana because she believed she was on the verge of landing her own show. It's amusing that she sabotaged her own chances. I noticed Lala hanging out with Janet from the Valley at an event recently, and Scheana had Janet on her podcast, disparaging Kristen. Perhaps both are attempting to forge connections with the Valley. Considering Ariana's close relationship with Janet, I doubt she takes kindly to this. Hopefully, she's too occupied with her numerous projects to be bothered. I don't recall seeing Janet at any of the SA festivities. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Spill Chronicles. It's me, Ramona here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. However, after 11 seasons, there's plenty to cringe at, but my top 3 immediate cringe moments would be: firstly, Sandoval's tearful plea to Kristen to leave him alone, resembling a turtle in distress. Secondly, Jax's explosive rant at the end of Season 8. Thirdly, Lauren from Utah. Also, the Season 6 finale at Tom Tom's Progress Party stands out. Scheana finds a pink construction hat and suggests to Rob, twice, that maybe she should wear it for him later that night, while he blatantly ignores her. Another cringeworthy moment is James' mom proudly recalling how he took his first steps at Tiffany's and declaring Lisa as his mother figure. Skipping through Jax's quasi-dumping of Laura Lee after attending a 12-step meeting with her on camera is particularly uncomfortable. It's a moment where Jax seems to grasp his own limitations, realizing he can't offer the support she needs, which, oddly enough, makes it hard to watch because it's one of the more genuine moments on the show. One memorable cringeworthy incident was Lauren's attempt to wedge herself into Ariana's home, suggesting Ariana should move out. Then there's Scheana surprising Dana with a medium so she can communicate with her deceased mother, even though they weren't on good terms at the time. It always gave me the creeps how Scheana essentially handed out Dana's address to a stranger. And finally, every time Sandoval appears on screen, either blowing into his trumpet, I hesitate to call it playing, or singing with the band. The second-hand embarrassment is enough to make me leave the room. On the other hand, Vintage VPR photos like these evoke such nostalgia for the early mid-2010s, the epitome of peak millennial. No Facetune or Photoshop, just raw authenticity. I miss the era of minimal plastic surgery. There was a charm to natural faces. While some subtle tweaks can enhance one's appearance, I'm exhausted by the trend of overinflated lips and the like. Scheana, Lala, and Sandoval's overly enhanced lips have become incredibly distracting. It's hard to focus on anything else when they're on screen, though perhaps it's a blessing considering the amount of drama they generate. This underscores why the show thrived in its early days. The cast were genuine friends who enjoyed each other's company. Now, with their mutual disdain for one another, it's lost the lighthearted fun that made it so enjoyable to watch. Regarding Katie's alleged faux pas at emo night, I recall seeing someone suggest she was faking her interest. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she had a live journal or Xanga adorned with Bright Eyes lyrics beneath a selfie from a digital camera. Moreover, memes and tweets from @Bravo and Botox really hit the nail on the head, especially the one about Lala blaming Ariana for her financial stress. Lala made choices that impact her income, choosing to have a second child, choosing a questionable partner, and aligning herself with Team Tom as a production favorite. These decisions, not Ariana, are the root of her financial worries. Slide 13 is spot on. It's hypocritical for certain cast members to highlight Tim's mental health struggles as manipulative while disregarding Ariana's similar challenges, even though she's not as vocal about it. In the words of their thrust band Brock, actions have consequences. When you're involved in infidelity, exhibit poor friendship behavior, fail to engage viewers, act hypocritically, and are two-faced, fans won't support you. Attempting to criticize Ariana's and Katie's inconsistencies and attitudes towards plot lines doesn't erase your own questionable behavior since joining the show. It just comes across as awkward and desperate. However, just got back, and let me tell you, James is an absolute powerhouse. Undoubtedly the top guy in the group. I can't imagine any other VPR men pulling off a sold-out show in Salt Lake City. Whitney Rose from SLC, Ally, and potentially some new SLC cast members were backstage. He truly lives up to the hype. And to think someone had the audacity to criticize his style baffles me. That light pink Gucci suit fit him like a glove, and he's been rocking a suave look ever since he got sober, not to mention how respectful he is towards others. Plus, let's not forget, he just performed at EDC. That's a massive accomplishment. Additionally, I'm not entirely convinced James has undergone genuine growth. It seems like he still harbors misogynistic beliefs, but has learned to keep them to himself. Continuously bad-mouthing Rachel demonstrates a level of immaturity, especially considering their past relationship. It makes one wonder if Allie realizes she could be the target of similar disparagement if they were to split. Perhaps James should consider dating someone closer to his own age. While he may have curbed his anger issues, it's questionable whether he's truly reformed behind closed doors, especially regarding verbal abuse. However, it's worth noting that part of maturity involves exercising tact and not vocalizing every negative thought. Even if he hasn't completely shed his old habits, it doesn't necessarily mean he hasn't made progress. And let's not forget that it's understandable for him to have some resentment towards Rachel given the circumstances of their past. As for his relationship with Ally, while age may not be as big a factor as some claim, it's essential to acknowledge that criticism of James for his past behavior towards Rachel and Kristen is valid. Nonetheless, there are signs of improvement. He's reportedly quit drinking, attending therapy, and even encouraged Tom to move on from past grievances. While he's not perfect, it seems like he's making an effort to better himself. On the other hand, I know this might be a controversial take on Ariana and Lala, but hear me out for a moment. Let me preface this by saying I have immense respect for Ariana. but I find the narrative surrounding her and Lala to be somewhat skewed. There's a prevailing notion that Lala deserves no sympathy because of her involvement with Randall, who was cheating on his wife with her, and she was aware of it. However, let's not overlook the fact that Tom cheated on Kristen with Ariana. Not only that, but Ariana missold and gaslit Kristen for a significant period about it. Even in recent years, Ariana has admitted to knowing that Tom did indeed hook up with the infamous Miami girl, yet chose to gaslight Kristen, further vilifying her when she was actually correct all along. This isn't to cast any hate towards Ariana, but I don't believe this argument holds water regarding why Lala doesn't deserve some sympathy. Imagine being in Lala's shoes, having a child with someone and discovering the extent of his indiscretions. Even if she knew he wasn't a saint, it's doubtful she anticipated the full extent of his actions. Facing single parenthood, navigating custody battles, and enduring public scrutiny likely fueled some jealousy towards Ariana. Additionally, Ariana was initially the other woman in her relationship with Tom, and I believe both women deserve empathy for the turmoil caused by their partners. Neither situation is pristine, and it's unfair to dismiss Tom and Ariana's history with Kristen while constantly highlighting Lala's circumstances to argue she doesn't deserve sympathy. However, I would love to see a spin-off featuring something about her, as I believe Katie and Ariana would make a formidable duo and deliver an incredible show. As for Lala, while she deserves sympathy for what transpired with Randall, her behavior this season is a separate matter. Expecting respect for her boundaries while criticizing Ariana for setting similar boundaries is hypocritical. Lala demands grace from others, but fails to reciprocate it. Regarding Lala's past with Randall, while their situation differs from Ariana and Tom's, I never believed she was undeserving of sympathy. The problem arises from her perception that she deserved more support due to the overwhelming sympathy shown towards Ariana. Her jealousy and spitefulness during season 11 tarnished any positive image she had with most fans, and sympathy for her has dwindled. The distinction lies in the nature of their relationships. Lala got together with Randall for material gain, whereas Ariana and Tom's relationship was founded on mutual affection and love. Thus, I sympathize more with Ariana, as her heartbreak feels more genuine and relatable. Ultimately, discovering your partner is having an affair with your best friend over an extended period isn't comparable to finding out the man you met in a casting scenario is using his position for inappropriate reasons. Moreover, firstly, regarding the Penny drama, it does appear that they're still utilizing her recipes, presumably those she crafted during the tastings that remain on the menu. It wouldn't be unreasonable for her to expect ongoing compensation for such a significant contribution to the brand. Strangely, this aspect isn't often discussed. Secondly, there's speculation about Ariana potentially not returning for season 12, but that would undoubtedly undermine Katie's efforts. Something about her could serve as a natural progression and storyline, marking a triumph for Katie, who has frequently faced setbacks on the show. Ariana's absence from filming would detract from the something about her concept, denying Katie the recognition she deserves. Thirdly, the lengthy delay in opening the shop, often attributed to bureaucratic red tape, is intriguingly coincidental with its debut following this season's fervent support for Ariana. Additionally, it comes after the merch drama has somewhat faded from memory. Fourthly, typically, helping a restaurant develop a menu would result in a one-time fee, not ongoing compensation for the duration of its operation, especially for a menu featuring sandwiches, which aren't exactly revolutionary creations. While Penny may have been paid initially and now seeks more, the absence of a written agreement complicates matters. Fifthly, is it standard practice for chefs to receive compensation for their recipes being used in a business? It almost feels akin to the inventor of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches demanding a fee for each sandwich sold. Sixthly, it's plausible that all involved had a hand in creating the sandwiches, suggesting Penny didn't have complete creative control. Additionally, there's a personal theory that some of the red tape was orchestrated by someone, possibly LVP, to sabotage them. Seventhly, there's speculation about whether opening the shop off the show might exempt them from the Bethany clause. Furthermore, if Penny is an employee, anything she creates would technically belong to the company. However, the ownership of the company remains uncertain. The renaming of the sandwiches might be a factor in this regard. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.